94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumadi na wasugu so a wotie no me di osai bonsu frame obi me the honorable Kojo Oppong Nkrumah and AD Nkomo oye a spokesperson Emma second respondent in the 2020-2021 election petition osan ye minister designate for information or a member of parliament for the Ofuase Ayerebi constituency in the Eastern region. Inti ye review Supreme Court judgment ene omode aba iria. We deal with some other issues ewoho. But the issue number 4 and 5 of and as issues are court ne set it down number 4 and 5 no whether or not the declaration by the first respondent dated 9th December 2020 of the result of the presidential election conducted on the 7th of December was in violation of Article 63.3 of the 1992. And I think we've dealt
and then a constitutional issue, no?
And only constitutional issue,
yes.
No? Okay.
Because, you see, you are determining whether a particular act was in violation of the Constitution. Until no say CR 135 your own Constitution. Yes. Later on, as the hearing was going on, I'm so Mwankasa realizes, say, send your show on petition and evidence to buy, no? It be feeling, no? Afi yeba press conferences na omo changing common any say a constitutional accountability a constitution na the government of the case a constitutional accountability how na dey be any catch say no even constitutional issue a 1 out of 5 na no kurampo no it will be determined after the issues of fact have been determined.
Yes.
The court has to make a finding of fact. No kreso obi enya 50% ana say no kreso obi enya 50% there then that constitutional instrument will be in violation. And I said that declaration will be in violation of 63.3.
Yeah.
It's an OTA judgment now. By the time they finished second issue, you could not say, we're in breach of 63.3. Until Onyari second issue now take it, sir, fourth issue if you.
Yes.
Because once it was clear, say Obianya 51.295, it could not have been in breach of Article
in breach of 63.3.
In Komo say, and unconstitutional. She holds a constitutional office. And the court now say any unconstitutional. Because data not their declaration no. Is supported clearly. Even if there are errors in it, nipa no declare no actually no across it. It is a correct errors ni we. Not still nipa na cross here. You don't come and say that the ever changing results. We still don't know the real numbers. We don't know when unimpefe data ni na whole calculate and nipa no cross here and still wa cross it. And we na Joe anoche catch me say yen kai obi I say your results no from the night of the election this evening and society is still above 50%.
That is Momo coalition now. Yeah.
And the actual one is still above 50%.
For now, in that ruling, did the court establish the total valid vote cast in the 2020 general election?
It was not one of the issues before the court. Senka enona oba till senka no se ope administrative adjudication of data.
Yes.
Enye presidential election
petition now the beba.
Good. Utumi call high court. Ko challenge administrative worker or my ye ewo ho. Say be oba for judicial review. But what basa will challenge the results of the election. Now I want to figure some, but not the issue that has arisen is a proper construction of Obia valid votes on the 9th. 13,121,111.
According to the court, and I say in the minds of the court, some number when the total valid vote cast.
As at the 9th, data now the year.
Declaration.
Who any other data, Febra? Who say correct?
Yes.
Correct one way. This is the correct figure. Who say correct? Correct one way, Febra. Name compare. Natural inquire wherever to correct one, name compare with here. Maybe I know we are wrong. Who now say correct, Febra? Who fem madia? I didn't high. Find out.
Yeah, beba ma many DNA so because Uzana will say on the 9th, based on the 9th declaration,
yes.
So okay can figures or allotima will be a ebomu ubenya sa number we. But it be subsequently, numbers be near the other bar a bit to me.
Obe who know EC website and no ama may issue a court say. And may issue a court say. Oba and will say the data contained in the declaration of the 9th
Yes.
court now and some I say okay kabo my 13,121,111. Oba and one bamba say final one no ma publish on website on no problem with it. And bamba issue a court. Open one like they've said they've published all of it. What to me correct fair no. Court they about the wawa sem about. Into fi a hwa now if you waba and here's even the lovely point. What about the last issue? Material effect.
Of the errors and the vote pardon.
Until we say errors ebae. Errors, ever changing figures.
Yes.
In fact, also alleged vote padding. Court ni say, for evidence be ambrain of vote padding. Ubi a when ya vote be na EC officials a twegum. Your Casford no. A kotoa bana ye say Charlie way the BBSC. Vote padding. And courts, they take a very serious view of it. So they're always alert looking for the evidence. But what do one can vote padding? Say easy for Netrebegum. Only the any credible, I say petitioner failed to adduce any credible evidence to establish this claim. Or can I make sure? Failed to adduce any credible evidence to establish this claim. But we construe numbers now, near gap on 500,000. Now you can say, assuming without admitting, say vote party on the final one.
5,000 according to the court. Now I think the
initial claim was
6,000 plus, and later revision by about 5,000, a little over 5,000.
Utifi 500,000 more material effect and necessary. And on small things, the court has no remedy. So, Ubia be to 500,000. We say me 5,000 be a year. Court and hand was because any material effect. Into when semun mumu ane da court na ni munyena. Akesiye 9 woman. Court ni petitioner and any lawyers enyadrin. Ye crampo de ka say edi kan no court mu asem krango court say there be me bobo enye ye o say me sin konwa eno nti na be 50 days or so ya court aba ne yete wani mo asay
into that the effects no and it's the declaration made on the 9th a valid
a constitutional a valid a holdy the election of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is valid. He is a constitutionally elected and sworn-in president of the Republic of Ghana and commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Kojo, for your personal idiosyncrasies, Tonchain.
Yeah.
Onye MPP ni.
Yeah.
Onye Minister of State.
Yeah.
Onye Member of Parliament.
Yeah.
Onye ordinary Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Election petition we koso in court. Petitioner no challenge niyome bi Electoral Commission aye. Won't you wish say anka Electoral Commission chairperson be jina box name say brani be defend we adwuma we
me wish say mete mra na ye de adwuma no ase na de mra no ekere say yenye no eno na wo say ye because where eba no the claim of justice Nkofo bebree wo views on how justice should be executed. Ebi mu kura believe say wo say nipa no begina box mu ne the Bible share nsa na osai na odi adanse. Ebi mu believe say se wususu say obi aye bibia ye che na ye de ye bo no aka no kura. Ebi mu approach no.
Yes.
Tete no. Yeso we bayfo ye che wa yetumi de ugina ejaso se ka no kura. Nancy, I know Nkrumah has seen a video of a penny be say or a for bonus exercise.
Yes.
If you live in a society where there is no law that sets the standard, that determines procedure for justice, you need justice. That's all I say. Me expect it. Me susu say I like that. I want that. Any society no dia grab baby be fa no pe no nti ne ye law. Your procedure. Into what you must be interested in is what is the law, what is the procedure. What by court? What say? obi enya 50%. Yesi prove. Na also we prove we close to case. Now say by force just ye kwotwe easy chair no be gina dakam. Na ye nunu no ehwehwe no kure bi e wo no ho a. Question e bisa on say emra ma ho kwan ma wo ye saa na. And answer ne say emra ma ho kwan. Say ne emra ntumi nhye yewura John Dramani Mahama so no wan be gina dakam as petitioner no. Saa so na emra no entumi enhye oba apani gin mensa say o mejinam. Emoma wo a wo bo no kwadu bofo no. Wo na waye wadwuma yi a obia ni wo behye maame no ono a no be roro ne namu mpaboa no dimirika abegina box ni esan se waka semato no so a wanyina no a yebebua no for because on the balance of probabilities na babia what discharge o burden
of proof
abedu no se wanyina no a obi a wohwe ade etie bia beka se mami odibem odifo enti no e wo se ebu asem nitia no nti obi a nhye no ono ano betumi kaba and uko 2013 election petition na the court never subpoenaed Afarijan. Nobody forced Afarijan to get into the box. Your friend Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, one of the petitioners, Jinan announced a number of days. Pink sheet upon pink sheet, pink sheet upon pink sheet, pink sheet upon pink sheet. 4 million votes, by 11,000 pink sheets. Say we na muntwem film because we etiamra we etiamra we otumra no actually see. Owie ye no. Obia nhye doctor because now the burden of proof no what discharge go court ho egu ho odi sinechi na about discharge go. There's an old painting obi court na the burden of proof. Eswa no. Oko lawyer for firms ya na bo ho e de kai so wo court no e wo se wo na wo so a wo burden no na de akwa to court nim na court no hwem na nipa wabɔ no kwadu no so te hɔ no hwɛ a hu sɛ no ade we man so ran ko gyina ma enyima no a ombebu atia me enti egba na sa no yewura Afarijan na no kokɔ gyina mu ɛno kyerɛ mu sɛ dabi my lords vote we emamu ntwam because polling agent ni na assign it candidate be for na ɛkɔ abato no ɔmo nyina agent assign it regrettable say EC official no so unsign it. Emrani say the EC one shall sign. Shall.
Yes.
A regrettable say one sign. But there's nothing to suggest say we know any true reflection of votes I cause so at that polling station. It's my lord, se mujina so. Na mo kase teacher ni na me fa no was zevo actually ho as polling station presiding officer.
Yes.
Ni refi no hunti one sign wa bra parties ni na sign no utwa Zevo polling station result no more. What destroyed the will of the people of Zevo? Into despite the fact that we prove Mahmoud Baumia prove say Mrani say shall sign. Is your official nan sign into also say twem no. Mr. Omentwem, we su mentwem, we empire duplicate serial numbers. Ye kaso obi abenya distinct serial number. Na the enti omunya duplicate serial numbers no enuni inti mentwem. We almost overvoting, any overvoting. Said or church and asemunya ebi to judges ni bi moaso. Judges ni bi so say they are kan krampo yenti. Because agrobina wudi no shall mean shall.
Mandatory.
Majority no can say edu baby a shall may mean me under some circumstances. Enti eye wo kwadu bofo no sene wa bo kwadu no edu wode wade so na koto ho no eno na bema nipa na wabo no kwadu no oba bi yina no se wanye ne saa na aka se me maka se na de na errors wo nti maka me da ho errors wo nti yem friend mra na ombi yina no. The question is not in Kame as an ordinary citizen no Kame person
anka obepeso obeba na
and finally yeah, excuse ya, so ordinary citizens into ordinary citizens. We should not lower the standard because of ordinary citizens. We should lift the ordinary citizen up to the standard that we desire. Yeah, na debi ata is you na where you okwa brochira na say na akwa na say no. Na na ye debi a lower standard. So ordinary citizen no lower standard. No, we should lift the ordinary citizen up to the level of the standard that we
law procedure said ya waka no no correct. But there is this school of thought, sir. Election petition,
Sui generis.
Unique.
First of that, sui generis. Just say,
unique. And to say any other civil case, another criminal case, unique. And say the Supreme Court
adversarial system, no inquisitorial.
Yes. What does it destroy?
It destroys the constitutional.
When the Supreme Court does that, what really would it destroy?
It will destroy the underpinnings of the judicial system in this country, which is adversarial. We say operating constitution. We say justice emanates from the people, and it resides in the justices. Justice now emanating from the people and resides in the justices of the Supreme Court. A system I operate here, adversarial system. Say me do back quarter. Me na say me bo kwadu na me chere masemu. Na sa se na chere me dum pempensu bia wo se wo yi ano a. Wa ba be gina ma be yi ano. Enya de say court no e be hye wo as a party. Say bra na be gina ba be yi ano. And no is the system of justice that we practice, which resides in the people and is administered by the judges. There are
common law jurisdictions with election petitions. The apex court asks some new to suit the peculiarity of an election petition.
So bench say so follow election the history of election petitions in Africa and
other common law
jurisdictions. It doesn't follow that one. The exception should not be made the norm. Uganda, Nigeria,
Kenya.
Kenya. Uhuru cases near they raised it. And then judgment, I'm looking for a very rich judgment, very rich on authority. I was in Nano, and yes,
after the ruling, Professor Kwekwasari made this post 3 hours ago. I say, it is without dispute that the election manager's declaration was fraught with errors. But common sense allows us to tally the votes obtained by the candidate, the total vote cast, and the percentages obtained by each candidate. This then allows us to determine the winner of the election. Common sense. Or say, the same common sense that allows us to critique the court for not allowing discovery and examination of the election manager also allows us to agree with the court on the ultimate decision. But you must ask, if common sense allows us to tally the votes to determine the winner, why does that same common sense insist that discovery and cross-examination of the election manager should not happen? Kojo?
Pacho, 2 questions. This expression, common sense, is it coming from the judgment of today?
No, I know what I say.
Yes, Mishadana Misa asked a question. The court has not said that the decision to tally the results is based on common sense.
But what was it based on?
Evidence that has been put in by the petitioner. The petitioner came to court with a video saying, say, reference na ma make at the end of the video. Wrong. And our judges ne say, full video no. One, I read me no don't just read the article.
The article 64:1.
From 63 coming good. Law near the end. They must be read as a whole. Evidence now they are but they as a whole. To the aba, who say yen end the hono na mistake wo. No, must say, well, if everything is being looked at as a whole, I feel here from the beginning. Obobo will be a valid vote. No kikaboom. They have not introduced the concept of common sense. So now when you use that, even though my very good friend Prof has not said that he is saying say court in the cancer. No. When you introduce it, now if you build the common sense, Obi will soon say in a court you use common sense into all the other common sense arguments should be followed. That's the first distinction that I'm making. Secondly, I don't recall the court saying that it will not allow discovery of what? Can you say last part? No?
Almost all the interlocutory applications are not a border on discovery, were disallowed. No,
they were disallowed because they did not meet the rules that they should have met, even for it. This was the big argument about the CI 47
47,
apply
yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
First question of
Yeah.
interrogatories.
Yeah, interrogatories.
And Ubekaya, Yenuanomne lawyers on the other side kept making the argument. So the court is supposedly saying that CI47 that. I've insisted, so the court has never said that. The court says it applies. Interrogatories can be granted. But one of the cardinal rules of interrogatories, they say, the questions that you annex to your application no, must be relevant to the issues at stake. And he said, who apply for interrogatories? Now the irrelevant questions na say. Now because say, oh, but interrogatories are allowed. Interrogatories is part of discovery. So it should be allowed. It should be allowed. It should be allowed. The court will tell you that I will not allow this specific interrogatories, not because I'm not allowing discovery or interrogatories in general, but because these specific questions you have filed are not relevant. There's a difference. Inti, many opinion say, okay, say, common sense should therefore allow discovery.
And questioning of the election manager.
No, but here.
Interrogation of the election manager.
Law. Until first of all, the computation now, or the start here,
Yes.
the court didn't say it was common sense. Now, all the common sense now extrapolated by do I say. That's the first argument. But secondly, the court also didn't say that discovery is not allowed. The court said, say, interrogatories under the bigger umbrella of discovery now, they ban. Questions now, they are annexing, where they are relevant. That's why I'm not allowing it. When it came to the questioning of the EC chair, no,
Yes.
she had not entered the box. She had not elected. And let's not be intellectually dishonest. The first argument that was made was that she had elected to adduce evidence.
Based on?
And the court ruled clearly, say, no, she has not made that election. That election comes when you have closed your case and she now, and I said the EC is now making its case. And EC be elected. Witness statement, you know, who kind, I think it's CI 87 or so, who kind or say, the witness statement that you intend to rely on. To the fact say what your witness statement and then evidence. So obe kaya tama rojometil nunu ebet na box ni mu.
Asempa FM.
Ye swear no to oath pena akutampa sorry. So person started striking out some paragraphs. His Lordship Justice Marfo Sauni Bisa and said, what is the basis on which you strike out paragraph? No, so some paragraphs of the witness statement. Not about the witness statement is not before the court. Yeah. It's not in evidence. He has to identify it. Or Kasawanka saying you. And I think it was Shishi tried to finish his sentence for him by saying, say, so that the court will you see word back could be. So the court will adduce it to say the court will admit it to say no tender good. Or you see the word tender.
You
or
tender
say,
it through witness, no?
No, or say so that he will tender it. Mafusao corrected him, said, no, you don't tender in witness statement.
Okay.
The court admits it. And it's so technical. And the court, the court took time to teach all of us. Tia ban is saying and Nedia, it do Jean Mensa time there. What is our rules no don't apply. Now, when she responded to the court order to file a witness statement, no, she had elected. That could not have been the case.
Asempa FM.
And the question of cross-examining her, or even cross-examining any other, is when how do you cross-examine somebody who has not gone in to give evidence in chief? What is the foundation of that cross-examination? The person must go in to give evidence in chief. What is the evidence in chief? The witness statement.
Yeah.
And then because of CI, I think 87, so all you do is you sit in, you swear the oath, you identify it, then the court adopts it. So that time now, it means that you have let evidence in chief. Then you open yourself up for cross-examination. My very good friend and senior, I agree with him on a number of things that he says. This one, I respectfully disagree with him. Say, it's not about common sense, because that has not been the premise that the court has laid. And in these specific instances, no. Discovery, they never said they don't allow discovery. Discovery is allowed. Interrogatories are allowed. This one, it didn't meet the relevance test. And then secondly, on the question of questioning the EC chair, I think the court was elaborate on it when there were attempts to even use the back door to do it. The AU was very clear, say, on Kojina box ni mua, untumi cross-examine no. Ye ntumi so force no man Kojina box ni. It is a one kasa when to me improve case there. I know the a matter for you. but you cannot rely on the other party
to make your case. Ekosiisen so Mamenka etiefoɔ sɛ yɛde to dwa sɛ John Dramani Mahama petitioner in this petition ebekasa at 5 p.m. Yɛnya ne ntia sɛ time has been changed to 6 p.m. Into 6 p.m. pɛpɛpɛ ɛna John Dramani Mahama ebekasa. The first reaction to the judgment from the Supreme Court will come at 6 p.m. Nti yɛbɛwɔ ha na yɛahwɛ afa saa speech no Eddie Abremo Ekosiisen dwumadie so me ne Kojo Oppong Nkrumah na wa ha yɛhwɛ na I wrap up on our interview, but before that Kojo Enra free parliament by time man
I think almost 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
Ekosiisen on
3:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Hey,
that was this morning.
I'm a see Enra ahomachi
By 3:30.
and by time ben na udru Supreme Court
You do law firm one pay by 7:45.
hey that's the one na ndu ko fie ko here
Minya some 1.5 to 2 hours
sleep
yeah and sana you share our law firm one pay na in a court.
in the house last night.
It was calm, but like every election, you declare results in year. Sabi untumi ma utrimu nyaude. Even if you think you've campaigned well and you've done your work well. So until the final results were counted, I mean semenya 156 no. You were still.
Na undim se omenya 156.
No, na minim semenya 156. Na me wa me target be, you know, which was very close to that, very close to that. But until it was done now, unsabe can't results.
Results, no.
Yeah. Now to me, ma utrimu nyaude.
But you never expected so we go through Sadiewe when the president named you initially.
Kwekuse Chado Chro article be politics is not just about winning or the upside. There are downsides to it. Who cast over politics unya time I to me first statement I issue say mere politics. All cards are on the table. Anything can happen. You can even lose an election tomorrow. And to me, my mind was very open and clear. I took it as seriously as possible. If you ask my colleagues, they will tell you I was going around talking to people, campaigning among people, say, Charlie, let's not take this
on
for
Enra
granted."
election. No.
Absolutely. Every election, you have to take it like World Cup or Obi. Yes, I would now trim out. They say, "Oh, na."
Rapture.
You say Indian film, no.
In the by campaign, meaning say you reached out to colleagues on the other side.
I talked to anybody I could talk to help me out or to cast a vote for me, and I believe, say in the end, you know, God was good to me.
Was there a point I know Usro said, I'm sure the now question speaker election.
You have to take every election seriously, like I've said. And my ultimate nyode, and you say usuru and I say bibi, and you say politics no one already say obey. It said the way say we sujeni ukokun. Now say usuru bullet and now usuru gunshot. You must psych yourself up for all of these things. So I go into my work fully with an open mind. Say arsenals will come your way, attacks, dear ben, but uri fa wakuma mufa ye wejuma. Fa no credie any wakuma mufa fa ye wejuma. Na bomb pie. Na take everything as seriously as possible.
Okay, that experience and agree to this morning, no? And then I am as a young politician.
Oh, a number of things. Now, me notes, and I'll pay many just before I left, you know, your bomb pioneer, and I was just making some notes.
A being wifey, right?
Yes. And one of the things I was saying is it has reaffirmed my faith in God. Say even in the most difficult of times, no matter the onslaught, He will protect His own. Number two, it has also reminded me, say, Jumana, no. Saudi nukredie ni akoma pa trimfa eye wajuma. Possible say obi be fa ho tan. Obi be decide say akwa we yam punish no because adwuma no ye no na e bia sebe all pa ye nsem no ho ntoma na say all kan nsem a e manka ye trimu po no enko nanim nti obi betumi afa ho tan ye attack no ye nyese but say odi trimu fa ne akoma pa e wadwuma in the end no so obi bo ho po krampo a even nkofo a ohia on to make me po bo no bebem na nkopon bibi o mani ema omuso hu kwan pa wo se omode ensem no efa so and then another thing that came across to me throughout this, period, so they say, Ejume me say me mfa personal. Me mfa personal in the sense to say ya court, me cry me briefs, me constitution, me law, me sua, they also me sua, mrane also me sua. Ti me bana me trim na me ka asemna. Nye say bia me kan wana say me no want to just on the face of nkomo na yedi. Me share what channel pa me no be din nkomo. In fact, let's say we record proceedings na. Yes, sorry for your side ko kuchia mpeni for what the other side na, including former president Mahama ne ade ko kuchia om nyina. Me mfa but a bit more more fun personal. Me say this is the third time I've come under attack. First one was your friend is saying first time was their me petition National Media Commission against Miami Nuanume Wojo FM has say, and some didn't take it kindly. How dare you do that? And I say, wako too far. And since then, no, I mean, so there are many occasions on which you want a story in a crazy and I want to pin kakra just so that Kojo will look bad in the eyes of. I've never been forgiven by some of my colleagues here for that. And I still get a lot of attacks and slurs and slants in terms of stories near there from that. Second,
no, but that will not also be fair to them. I mean, that is you questioning more professionalism.
Oh, well, it's not about questioning professionalism. I am telling you about three instances under which I've come under attack. Second time, debate or parliament, many your friend is saying, JJ, back and
John
forth, yes. Me told job man as papa no mo threaten me for we will come after you, we will deal with you. And on as how we can no more year story. See me a gay, see me a philanderer, see me a big brain there. Obviously they took it very personal. But I mean, sometimes we throw pot shots at each other. Then the third time was after I say a call Supreme Court say you got disrespect senior chachuchi katane. Me penny Dr. Ayine. And I was hinted, so you're going to be punished. I understand, say, a Jumana.
When you hint at that time,
I got, I mean, even after the statement near there was put out, I understand, say, a Jumana, a bit more fun and personal. So, in the three things that I was quite clear on these things. So some people will continue to take it personal, but it shouldn't make you bitter. Say, a bit more say na you because of a Juma we are now. It shouldn't make you bitter. It will be fun personal, even though you don't intend to take it personal. Or just keep your focus, keep doing your work, and serve well. Then there will be a good opportunity to assess a brand or to determine say a Juma we in here and I say one year. Timidly, I take it in my stride.
Are you by this saying? Because Mikasa will say lessons I was seeing about say. People will think, say, okay, yeah, shed abo hopo. Ebi a juma wo ye na hete won wo panyo maybe a mo edi tudwa ho ntoma into your hete won. Do you think that you will go through as a result of Saudi?
No, I know, say it's a contributing factor. No two ways about it. It's a major contributing factor.
Okay, before the committee, I acquitted myself well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You sure about that?
Oh, I'm telling you. In the end, Obon say UTA or arguments now, no mom, so they will review the tape of my answers to them at committee level and make a determination. I'm not sure, say they came back to tell you what they saw on the tape. The tape that we submitted as part of the that we submitted to them, we so clearly say, you ask
further and better particulars now.
You ask a specific question and a specific answer was given. Chrome has a DBA make us about narratives. So we be catcher will say he said he does not know anything about it, but that is not true. Who the correct tape say Ampao say he doesn't know anything about it. It says a friend is saying airport test. He say
yes.
Yes, they asked several ministers and the minister said
they are not aware.
No, but that's not what happened. Who be say have I cited the contract? No, Ka said no, I haven't cited the contractor. Onka said he's not aware of it. The two are different. So Ubisa Attorney General designate. No, Ka said no such a year has been brought to his attention, also during the briefs in Fabibia manner. Onka said he's not aware of it. So Ubisa Information Minister, no mount, and as information designate, no mount the rundown. Now Ka said the most appropriate person will be the Transport Minister, because preferably aviation, but net transport. But in common the best people to answer, because only agency and a acquire contract. Onka say is not aware. So when you cast a narrative, So we have asked 3 ministers, and they all say they are not aware. They are not being fair to the people. And if that is the basis, that's the technical basis on which Ose Nipan has been untruthful to you. He has not said he's not aware. What am I saying? But to say in the end, it wasn't necessarily the case that they came back to the floor to. Me say I was always quietly just waiting for the official report to come to the floor. What I saw, and they say, if you type of document, be no muliki press, and a press, no, you know.
But you've not cited the official report.
Oh, I've cited it. None of those things is cited in the official report. I can get you a copy of the report.
In the official report,
none of those things say he's untruthful for this, and none of them is in the official report. But it's usually about that one website. I know we are picking up, publishing. Now we are picking up, publishing. All those things that a lot of media people were reading, and now pick your official report and have a compare. But like I said, and I take things in my stride, and I'm clear in my mind. Say there'll be people who take it personal, and Jombe tries to back at you. But me, I will not get bitter.
But would you say, sir, official report, no? And capture and based on information, further information out of the Common Committee in India.
What was the basis on which somebody printed that thing which was not an official and then brought it out? Say
at the time now further information, am I?
No, but it is call plenary and committee meeting the following day.
Yes.
I think the leadership even warned the committee members that those committee members who are writing things and giving to people and purporting to give committee-based information, which is not exactly the case, you know. They even stand at the peril of breaching the standing orders of Parliament. Because in this are Parliament in Ejuma. But like I said, there are clear lessons that are out there. I have, like explained to you, there are about 3 or so things that came to me quite clearly. People will come for you, people will try to punish you, people will attack you about their focus. Now you're Juma. So they will come and Juma. Even when you come under attack.
Experience we better somehow. Why you were Juma over the last 4 years?
I do my work with the best of my ability. I do my work with candor. I do my work with a mindset. Say, Ejuma na ye chirem ye chira asem mu magana fo nyina ate ase. Say ye chirem na say ebi asene ye chirem na enye oda enye personal. What am I saying? Personal. I mean, we debate each other. Enye personal. So should I change the way I do my work because of that? I don't think so. I'm going to continue doing my work the way. And they say from court now, Ofremi said I should come. I think I'll be on Peace FM tomorrow morning, correct? I'll be on Peace FM tomorrow morning to go into these issues, and then later in the day on other platforms to deal with these substantive matters.
Now me share votes no for you. Yes, vote now 155.
155, yeah.
Yes, and I know 110.
Yeah.
Yet from report now. Minority members are now plenary. Normally, about 127.
Is that so?
Yes.
I thought so. Normally, okay, yeah.
Yeah, normally about 10 were not present.
125 or so. 125.
125, 127. And Mononamo full house.
No, near any full house.
Oh, no,
137.
Oh, you had 137.
Yeah,
the most now one was.
Because at the time we whipped our votes, not Bakuniho.
Not Bakuniho. Ain't from when it's a year. Back of the envelope calculation. That is a all things being equal. Unya be 18 votes from the minority side,
and the 18 angels came through for me.
But you were expecting it based on interactions.
No, I mean, I'm saying the 18 angels came through for me. I'm saying about to walk to be a. Yankupon to me can't come out do who I know want to be quite different from their who prepared to go and vote for.
Now, the decision of some of them to vote for you, no, a cause issue in the NDC.
How so?
Won't say the Ekoso.
I've been in court all morning, so I'm not too familiar with this one.
Oh. Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
I'll get into it. Why? Obi, the big story today, Supreme Court. I can ask Mary say, Yura Mahama petitioner or the buyer no in Nina so. In some numa court no the two and him say obey determine Nina at the end of the day no. December 7, 2020, I buy to any result if you buy no. Another than Kwekufuado. Validly elected, validly declared, validly gazetted, validly sworn in. as president of the republic.
It is at 13 na ya approve that ben president there swear mo in.
So China will be fiancé. In fact, Parliament sit in the next maybe 15-20 minutes. I approve the next batch of nominees. Then China president be swearing in.
The best start here swearing in.
Meminda 6th March no.
Yes.
Minim sawati I be or forecourt of Jubilee House.
Okay. I read a story say omoye practice. I think gunshot. Gunshot.
A small contingent, 25-man contingent, 25-member contingent, drawn from all the services, and Omube March just in front of Jubilee House, while respecting COVID protocols now. And then the president will address the nation from
there,
which will be transmitted live across platforms.
Ekosiisen
Then Ochene swearing in. I don't know if it's all, but at least Oma Yenya approvals no best swearing. Then cabinet will have its first meeting from Mimindana, first retreat from Mimindana, Kopim, Ejuada, to put together the agenda of government. Now that government is being, throttled up, then from about next week. And because Bernard, President Babe's State of the Nation address.
Next week, Tuesday.
Yes, he has to go through it with his cabinet. We are finance minister. And I say the president's representative at the finance ministry. Our budget based on what cabinet decides as the policy direction. Then they'll bring it back, hopefully to if anything.
Budget presentation on the 12th, right?
I don't have a final date. I don't have a final date. That's a tentative date.
Okay.
Some of these things the bar changes kakrani are so tentatively those are the timelines. Into ochna swearing in NDB then
it's likely you will be part of the swearing in tomorrow.
Yes, I have my invitation, so I will be.
You have your invitation. Not yet. Just a budget presentation. No, it will either be done by the vice president or the trade minister.
Honestly, and I make us say even the date. I say a tentative date.
Okay.
Afina ministry no crowd. Say first, Afina cabinet ekushia. Cabinet share as a policy direction here clear. Whatever adjustments have to be made on the draft of the fiscal tables, new policy agenda, and omakoye. I suspected they will come back to cabinet at some point for clarity before a final date for going to parliament is given. So I think it's early days yet.
Early days yet. Honorable Ken Oforiatta Waba.
Menya West Waba, but last time my team corresponding, he's doing well.
He's doing well.
Yeah.
Okay. Kojo Mayanase. That's a pa. You better wish you well.
Wish you well.
Wish you well. That's a papa. Ekosiisen higher 94.7.